it going? I am Victor Garsley.
I'm the Crowboy.
I am Mr. Grey.
And I am Frankenjeans.
And welcome to Sin and Gin Podcast, the podcast where we tell facts, we tell the latest news stories, we play games, and we use a time machine to go back in time and punch the biggest dinosaur in their stupid fucking face.
Oh, that's why they're all flat. Oh, wait, no,
all dinosaurs are flat.
Oh wait, is that the
Indeed.
is that the flat dinosaur theory?
the flat dinosaur theory. It wasn't a meteorite, it was my fist.
So yeah, how's it going, guys?
Stop what you're doing.
Oh.
You stopped us from talking about this before we stopped. And for listeners at home, Matt's wearing a very loose-fitting, bright orange Hawaiian shirt.
Is it orange?
I mean, who can tell these days?
It does look like he's robbed the shirt off the back of a Miami detective from a TV series.
Yeah, no,
it's actually double. It's like double XL.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, you've gone full Tommy Bahama with it, but what it actually reminds me of, did anyone of you used to watch Dragon Ball Z when they were younger? Mm-hmm. Do you remember Master Roshi?
Master Roshi.
Who was the pervy old man with the big beard?
Yes, let me touch your leg.
Yeah. That's quite a good impression.
I actually have a reason for putting this on.
You know it's January, yeah?
That's exactly why I put it on, because I was sitting there today. Look, we're in shit times right now, and I was like, I need to I've been wearing a sweatshirt all day, like as we have all been doing, just wearing shit t-shirts, sweatshirts, blah,
Sweat
blah, blah.
weather, yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna take myself to summertime, and hence why I wore a Hawaiian shirt to bring me to summertime and try and cheer myself up in some way by wearing a nice shirt.
Is it working?
No, I'm extremely depressed.
You've got a time machine to go back and punch dinosaurs, but you could easily go to the summer.
I mean, to be fair, it's working because you guys are chatting about it, so that's why.
true.
Yeah.
What are the collars? What's the little black things on the collars? Are they?
They're like little coconut wood things with top hat smoking. This is a Mumbo shirt. If you go on eBay to look for a Mumbo shirt, they're going for like 150 quid.
Hey, Mambo.
Is it
Mambo
number
Italiano.
3? Or was it number 5? I've got a 4 there.
Oh, this is the prequel.
Oh, the prequel.
That shirt is Mambo number 4.
Yeah.
That's why.
So we're all doing good, guys.
Yeah, I've matched my shirt to my 2 hair tones, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Not much has changed. It's hard, this segment, because none of us have been doing anything. And the time we do have, we usually play Call of Duty with each other. But what I have been playing is the 2018 game Death Stranding, which was very divisive at the time. And I remember everyone telling me it was a walking simulator, but it's blown my tiny mind.
Was it 2018?
Yeah, it came out at the end of 2018. It won a load of 2019 awards. But if you don't know, it's a computer game in which America's ended, and it's written by a madman.
We're nearly there.
Yeah, it's written by an absolute madman. Like, you can't catch your breath in the first hour. It's like, so America's ended, but don't worry about that because the rain makes you really old. But don't worry about that because there's babies, unborn babies in pods. But don't worry about that because there's invisible zombies that will kill you if they touch you. But don't worry about that because America's ended and we're strapping 93 kilograms onto your back. I was like, oh, cool. And then then in the first 10 minutes, I see Norman Reedus' bum. So
yeah, that's weird, though, isn't it? When he's in the shower.
Yeah.
What about?
And that's why I played it, just to see a hot Norman Reedus bum.
Mate, why did they not just call it Norman Reedus bum?
Yeah, it's called Norman Reedus Bum Simulator 2018.
Norman Reedus Bum, The Journey.
The journey of Norman Reedus Bum. Oh, it's quite hard to say Norman Reedus Bum.
So Ash, how have you been?
Sponsored by Monster Energy Drink, yeah.
I've been well, thanks. I've been, since I got my new machine, I've been just pretty much working on music and wanking.
When you say machine, you mean
it makes it faster.
You mean computer, not like the Fuckbot 5000. That's still in the works.
Fuckbot 5000, yeah. When you do things to it, it sings notes. That's how it works. That's how I've been making music.
That's how we're writing them.
Why would you play that song?
me theme.
Could you imagine having
the Bully album's written?
Yeah, could you imagine having sex to that? That would be like a really inconsistent sex song.
You didn't go with the rhythm when you're just like.
I want to know what you do on the bit that goes. Brrr.
When you're meant to
Nut.
yes.
Nut. Brrr. I think if the male orgasm had a noise associated, it would be the releasing of a trombone handle. No, just the down.
Oh.
When I do it, it's just crying.
Oh yeah, well that's all of us right now.
If you could have any sound for when you come, what would it be?
Ride of the Valkyries. And I'll just be rotating on the spot.
It's just a helicopter going.
Yeah.
I'd have the original Super Mario death sound.
That's a good one.
What about the Pac-Man death noise?
Fair play.
Yeah. How have you been, Dave?
I've been good. It's been the kind of same deal with me. Nothing new, nothing exciting.
Punched anyone at Argos?
No, not yet.
We can't use their name.
Punched anyone at Mystery Place?
Mystery Imaginary Wonderland.
Smargos.
Shit toss.
Sounds like a fucking Lord of the Rings character.
I am Smargos, son of
Smurries.
Son of the sand.
Born of Dixon.
So well.
Wouldn't you love it? You know, like they do that in Lord of the... I fucking love Lord of the Rings, but like there's always fucking Eldritch, son of Gryffindor. Wouldn't it be funny if it's I am Scruntius, son of Jeff.
I am Gazer of Runcorn.
I'm Matthew, son of Peter.
Yeah. Or it's like that. Like I am Philistine, the Knight Raider, son of Jeff the plumber.
He was a good plumber, though.
He plumbed all of the town.
He plumbed out the guy's first bastard.
So Matt, apart from buying weird shirts, what have you been up to?
Mate, I've just been playing Call of Duty with you guys.
Wait, hold up a hot minute. I can't remember if we talked about this last week, but you got your form through.
Oh yeah. I got my EWS1 form. Finally.
The saga has ended.
No, insert fanfare here. And that, but basically, we sent it off, finally sent my form off, and they were like, no, we need a covering letter confirming what's in the EWS form.
Should have covered it in letters.
And it was
like A, B, C,
we
D.
sent you the fucking form and you need a letter. Go, yeah, here's what's in the form.
PC attached EWS1 form.
I know.
Thanks.
And so, ding! I then had to go back to them and go, yeah, they want a form. But the guy I'm chatting with, he was all right. Like, because I wrote back and I was like, look, I'll be honest. And this is literally what I wrote in the email. I was like, it's been like extracting teeth. And he was like, yeah, no worries. I get it. And he was like, here's the form.
I'm a faceless government droid. I don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, things are actually moving with that. So that's actually good. 2021, what a year.
Yeah. What are you going to set fire to now? Maybe you'll burn the whole place down before you get the form process.
I never told you. So obviously after my fire incident, I've been like terrified of fire. Like I genuinely have constant dreams.
As should be the state.
Not surprised.
Yeah, but it's been really bad. Like sometimes I can't get to sleep because I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I should turn my fridge off. And anyway,
right.
But for Christmas I got given 2 fire extinguishers, but they were like kind of a joke. But at the same time, I was like, oh my god, this is so good.
If you can't sleep, do you take one in each arm and just snuggle them to bed?
I think I would. You know,
or if they touch
like a hot water bottle.
Yeah,
just put the hot water bottle in like a fluffy toy. I put the fire extinguisher in my Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Would it help if I got you like one of those Japanese like anime pillows, and just, instead of kind of girl's face, it's just a fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher, son.
Yeah, I think it would. And I got 2 fire blankets as well.
2 fire blankets.
Oh, you can sleep under the fire blankets.
That's not going to do.
Between them, and then you're perfectly
what
safe.
I was going to say is that I had the image of like the 2 fire extinguishers, like talking about Dragon Ball Z, sort of like touching nozzles and fusing to make the ultimate fire extinguisher.
And then you fuse them together and it makes a sprinkler system.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, when I buy a house, I'm getting a sprinkler system.
I'm going to set it off just for lols.
You're not going to be walking into that house with just incense.
I can tell you all about sprinkler systems.
What we got on the show this week, Joe?
So we've got the ever-present and ever-omnipotent Count Factula.
Oh, you spoil me. You give me a great compliment. Thank you very much.
My New Year's resolution is to be nicer to Count Factula.
Oh, thank you very much, guys.
You can't.
Oh.
I've got a game called Smith or Myth.
Oh, that sounds very interesting.
Let's do it.
We've got shit news where we update you on all the hottest news.
Oh, that's where we have our favourite news presenters. All right, Count Factula, you've had your moment.
Yeah.
And the nation's favourite segment, been voted for in the Radio Times best
Blank O Mattic.
Best irrelevant podcast segment, Blank O Mattic.
Segment in Front Magazine as well.
Yeah, Front Magazine, lads, nuts, zoo,
Bizarre.
Okay,
yeah.
Magazine.
Zoo, and
the Beano.
The Dandy's favourite podcast segment.
And British Trains, where you get 50 editions of it and you build a train for all the editions.
Yeah.
Actually, saying that, there's one that's just come out called for like the Ecto 1. And I was like, oh, that looks good. It's like the first one's $2.99, and then after that it's $10 a month type thing. And I calculated how much, and it works out at like nearly 600 quid.
Fucking hell.
And I was like, nah, all right.
That's way more than the Dinosaur one I built when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh, I had that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It had the glow in the dark skeleton.
So good.
And that was like the first one was 50p and each one was £2. So that feels a little bit more reasonable. Although inflation, I don't think it's gone up to £10 by now. But
it's like sort of with magazines and stuff. Have any of you got anything like left over from collections of that? Because
I've got that magazine because I was obsessed with Dinosaur. I don't have the Dinosaur anymore, but I've got the magazine that went with it in the special binders.
Yeah, I've actually got something that my nan collected on my behalf when I was younger. I have got a collection of James Bond cars and magazines.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I've got like loads of them. I think I've got the majority. I don't think I've got all of them, but I've definitely got the majority.
Dave's got.
That's pretty cool. All still unsealed in the plastic.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Wow,
I would have been so tempted to play with them all.
Yeah, no, yeah, but I didn't know about it. This is the thing. She didn't tell me about it until
Dave's got every copy of Zoo magazine ever printed.
I told you.
I have one of the copies of Bizarre magazine that I was in.
Oh God, I remember that.
I don't remember that.
Bizarre magazine.
My chest tattoo was in it.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember you were in.
And I have a copy of Kerrang, where we played a festival as Billy Rebel, and our name was in the lineup on a Kerrang magazine.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Get that one quiet, didn't you?
Was that the Ministry of Sound one that we did?
Might have been the Ministry of Sound gig, but it was just the fact that our name was in Kerrang magazine.
I have a picture of you where you're looking. There's a picture of you in when it was in the shop window in a fucking photography shop in Bexley Heath.
Oh yeah,
it was like all these wedding pictures, and then a picture of Matt with his shirt off, looking like really moody down like off center of the camera. It was so out of place. It was like all these happy couples and families, and then just like this 20-year-old tattooed boy sitting really moodily on a chair. I remember that. What the fuck is that in there?
I did a few modelling shoots, and that was there was a little one in Bexley Heath. That was cringe as fuck.
Yeah, it was fun. It used to make me laugh. It was in the window, but anyway, we should get on with the show.
Yeah,
let's stop wasting these poor people's time.
Here's Count Factula.
Yeah.
I've got facts for you, you've got facts for me. Well, here comes Count Factula to train you with his facts.
I am Count Factula.
That was a bit backwards one. What the fuck was that?
Well, that sounded like Lord of the Rings.
On that note, welcome to the segment known as Count Factula, everybody, where we tell each other some well-researched and some not so well-researched facts of the week. This week, I want to start with Mr. Victor Rogers, I think.
Oh, rip-a-doo.
Oh, well. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, I'm good,
Hello.
thanks.
I've got a bit of a wholesome fact this week.
Do you like wholesome facts?
Yeah, so my fact this week is that the British Museum used to have a lot of cats.
And now they're dead.
They are dead now, but they used to have a lot of cats. So obviously it's a big place, and back in so the British Museum has been going for about 250 years, and they've had a lot of cats to obviously keep mice and stuff around. But the cat I want to talk to you mainly about is Mike.
Mike, good strong cat name.
Yeah. So
Mike.
So basically, there was originally a cat called Blackjack that lived at the British Museum. Apparently, he was a very handsome fellow, according to resources.
I can relate.
He had a jet black coat, apart from a white front and white paws.
I can relate.
And with whiskers of great length, apparently.
Great length.
And a big fat cock.
Oh, yeah. I can relate.
Basically, he would roam the place, and I'm talking about Blackjack at the moment. Okay, before I get to Mike.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, Blackjack. One day they left Blackjack in a.
Sorry, you're saying Blackjack? Was his name Blackjack, or was
His name was Blackjack.
Or was his name Blackjack?
I mean, they're the same two words put together.
Well.
Yeah.
Is it Jack Black?
On paper.
Black Jack?
When you send a text message, no one knows if you're sarcastic or not. Do you know
All right, it's called Blackjack. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right, so Blackjack, one day they left him in a room and he wanted to sharpen his claws, and basically he ripped up a lot of like historical books and stuff in the museum. And some people were pretty pissed off with this. And one day he disappeared. And people were like, where the fuck is Blackjack? And some people were like, did you kill him?
Did you kill him?
And one day Blackjack came back and he was like, all right.
I think there's a song about that.
But he also came back with a little kitten in his mouth.
Oh,
Introducing Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
From Blackjack to Mike.
Yeah, I know. So early in spring 1909, Mike arrived, and Mike apparently was a bit of a grumpy fucker.
Well, he did live through the bombings of London in the First World War.
So yeah, a cat named Mike guarded the gates of the British Museum for 20 years until his death in 1929. He was notorious for having a strong dislike for women and dogs. He would only allow certain people to feed him, and even after he retired from his official duties in 1924, he would chase away wandering dogs that reportedly fled in terror when Mike attacked.
Fucking hell.
And he was allowed to literally just wander the museum, basically, and he became a bit of a celebrity.
I wish Mike was alive now.
Yeah, and he was very beloved by the staff at the British Museum as well, but only some people were allowed to pet him.
Like most cats, really, then.
Yeah, and he was like officially retired, and he's even got like apparently there was like a gravestone put for him, but you can't find the gravestone anymore, but there is a plaque as well. But one of the tributes, so one of the people who worked there wrote this like huge poem about him, but I like the last part of it. It says, "Old Mike, farewell, we all regret you. Although you would not let us pet you, of cats the wisest, oldest, best cat, this is your motto, Requisicat."
Mike.
Yeah, to Mike. Yeah, to Mike. But there were even cats. There was a bit of like a space between no cats at the British Museum, and they actually ended up coming back
There's a song in
around the 1980s. But yeah, I just wanted it's not really the cat didn't do much apart from be a cat at the British Museum.
That's pretty cool though.
But I just thought it was more of a wholesome fact instead of our usual facts about.
No, I like it.
It's like the ravens at the Tower of London, isn't it? I've got a holus bolus fact, quick one about the British Museum. If you listen to the latest No Such Thing as a Fish, or one of them, the British Museum and museums in general are suffering from the current incident. Insofar that the exhibits are starting to erode and fall apart because they all of the buildings are built to counter the humidity of human breath of the people in there, and without the human breath, it's not humid enough, and it's causing them to dry out and fall apart.
Bloody hell.
So it's a real
surely you can get the opposite to a humidifier.
Well, I assume so. I assume that's what they've had to do, but no one really thought about it. It's not something you think about, is it?
No.
But anyway, that's that.
Cool. This idea of them just hiring a bunch of people just to
Just to breathe. Well, it's a really. They'd have to go in one by one because it'd be a really bad idea to get a load of people in just to breathe, breathe everywhere.
2 meters apart, back to back 2 meters apart in like diamond shapes.
Yeah, just keep going around the museum in a circle.
Yeah, breathing. Right,
using vapes so they can see their breath.
Right. Okay. Mr. Graves. Let's go.
Mr. Graves.
So, have you guys heard of Blue 52?
No.
I've heard of Eiffel 55.
B52.
Eiffel 55. Well, Blue 52 became before Eiffel 50. No. Blue 52 is a whale that back in 1994, people using like old things that were left out on the seabed to kind of discover Russian back in like the Cold War era, kind of just Russian subs and stuff like that. They started hearing whale noises that are different frequency to any other whale they've heard before. So Blue 52 is called Blue 52 because it's a whale that sings at 52 hertz. Now 52 hertz, most like subsonic frequencies like a bass drop or a sub boom is around 63, and then it kind of rolls off lower beneath that. So 52 hertz, you're not going to hear it. It's more of like a subsonic frequency that kind of vibrates, and they generate it using like a weird sac that they have inside their throats. So the human vocal cords work in a way of like a set of doors opening and closing to allow different amounts of air to come through, where you kind of pitch off of that sort of thing. But whales can do it so they can kind of sing and allow water and air to carry on passing through, so they don't obviously have to keep stopping the water from coming in when they want to sing. So this whale's been singing at 52 hertz, and they reckon it's the only whale in the world that sings at this frequency. Blue whales normally sing between 10 hertz to 40 hertz.
So even lower than that.
So he's a soprano of the whale.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So, and then like fin whales, which are a lot smaller, sing at, I have it written down here and I've instantly forgot, 20 hertz. So like a real low, like 20 hertz is literally when you're born is meant to be the lowest frequency you can kind of detect.
I thought you said when you scream, so you come out your mum's.
Mother!
That's why your mum's vag hurts, the vibration.
She's like, mother. But yeah, basically, so this whale's been singing at this frequency, and it's kind of, if you kind of search into 52 Blue.
So he's a freak.
He's a freak in a sense. Well, it turns out they reckon it is actually a interbreeded species. They reckon some sort of either like a blue whale and a fin whale have interbred and created this whale, which is why it's singing at a different frequency to the other ones.
Well, I've looked it up.
Yeah, hybrid. Oh, have you?
52 hertz is G sharp.
Oh. Good. Thank you for clearing that up for me.
Just for all you music aficionados out there, if you want to play in the key of B52 whale, Blue 52, it's G sharp.
Well,
Rock lobster.
Rock lobster.
Rock lobster. Whale. Wait, what key is rock lobster in?
It's A, isn't it?
Nah, that's
No,
no
it's
fun.
not. It's F. It's F sharp, I think. Actually,
It'd be better if it was G sharp.
I could be wrong.
All right.
Anyway,
But yeah, so
that's C sharp minor.
They reckon it's been on its own for years, but recently, well, I say recently, 2015 is when these reports are kind of coming from. They started hearing other noises off the coast of California of other whales making a similar frequency or that sort of range, but different groups of them. So they reckon there are possibly more out there that are hybrid or interbred whales of this sort of thing. But it's just weird the fact that you can actually go online and find clips sound recordings of the whale recordings. You can kind of hear the difference. Obviously, they've been sped up, so you can actually hear it.
So whales communicate, don't they? We know that whales communicate. Do you reckon no one understood him? Do you reckon he was like the only Chinese whale in a sea of like English people?
That's pretty much what they're saying. Like, because he's singing at a different frequency, they just won't be able to pitch it.
He's just trying to get an Uber.
He's just trying to live his whale life. Best whale.
Yeah.
Just imagine all these like sort of whales being like, oh, and they're like, oh, and then he's all like, ah!
Hey, you guys!
Well done!
Maybe that's what he's been doing for 15 years.
Maybe they can understand him, but they all just think it's so embarrassing because he's got
Yeah. Oh god, it's
I
fucking.
just think he's a nonce.
It's bloody Jeff again. God, his voice grates me.
they're like, oh god, here comes Jeff again.
Have you seen my whale tail? If you've not listened back to previous episodes, you will not get that reference.
No, you will not.
Even if you have.
52 for you boys.
Mr. Crowboy.
Oh, so glad you asked. So, did you know that there's only 134 directors who have directed more than 20 movies? And that's 0.1% of all directors. But did you know there's a director who's directed over 100 movies in his career? And you've probably never heard of him.
Oh.
Because he's directed some of the worst movies ever made. His name...
Who are going?
Yes and no, and I'll explain that in a minute. His name is Alan Smithee, and that's Smithee with 2 E's if you want to look up his IMDb page. His first film was in 1969, and it was called Death of a Gunfighter, and it got strong reviews from the New York Times and Variety and things at the time. But later on, his work started to get a lot worse. So he did an unwanted and unwarranted sequel to Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, The Birds 2, Land's End.
Land's End.
Land's End.
Land's End.
He also directed Hellraiser 4.
Yeah, I just saw that on there.
Yeah. Now, don't look it up because it's going to ruin the fact.
Oh, sorry.
Surprise, actually.
You said look it up, so I did.
Oh, yeah, look it up. I meant the people at home. If you're not driving.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so Alan Smithee, the main thing about Alan Smithee is he isn't real. He's made up.
Oh.
So, yeah, so this is the interesting thing. So, Alan Smithee is the name that the Directors Guild of America gives a director who doesn't want to be associated with his own film. When it's so bad that the director's like, I don't want anything to do with it. It's interesting because they have to prove that artistic control was taken away from them. So a high-profile example of that is David Fincher, who directed Fight Club and what's the one? What's in the Box? What's the film called? Seven. So he directed the TV series version of June, the movie June, which had Sting in it. And it was fucking weird. And basically, he was locked out of the editing process. So he shot it all, and then the studio didn't let him edit any of it. And when he saw the finished work, he was so disgusted by it, how shit it was, that it had become, that he was like, do not put my name to this. So it ended up being Alan Smithee. And there's like a litany of cases about this. And I thought, that's a fairly interesting fact in its own. This guy who we've never heard of has directed over 100 films. It gets better though. And in the year 2000, the name Alan Smithee was retired. And the reason behind it is really weird. So there was a 1997 film made called Burn Hollywood Burn, which starred Eric Idle from Monty Python fame. It had Sylvester Stallone, had a big lot of celebrities in it. And it was called Burn Hollywood Burn. The tale of an Alan Smithee film. And basically it's a film about a guy called Alan Smithee who directs a film that's so bad he wants to get his name taken off it, but he can't because his name's already Alan Smithee, and that's the only name he gives you. So, which sounds like a fun concept, but apparently the film was so bad. It cost $10 million to make, and it made 50 grand.
Wow.
At box office. It was so bad that the director tried to get his name taken off of it, unironically apparently, and the Directors Guild said, you can't have the film about Alan Smithee be directed by Alan Smithee as well. So at the end, this is what caused, and so basically he couldn't, and the film bombed so hard that people couldn't associate films to Alan Smithee because his reputation was so tarnished by making one of the worst films, one of the biggest box office flops of all time. So now you can have whatever name you pick. You can have random names. But I just thought that was quite funny that it had to be retired based on the film about the story.
I like that.
So Alan Smithee. So now basically you can have whatever you want. So for example, Alec Baldwin's first directorial debut was accredited to Harry Kirkpatrick because it was shit. It was called Shortcut to Happiness. But yeah, have a look at some of his things he's directed. They're all pretty shit, apart from the first one. And the first one, it was invented in the first place because basically there was a dispute between the director and the studio. He left. They got a second director in to finish it off. He had a dispute with the studio and he left. And they were like, well, we've got a finished film, but we've got no director. We'll make up a name. And Al Smith was the name they came up with. But then they retrospectively thought there's bound to be a person called Al Smith eventually in like directing. So let's go with Smithee. And there you go. That's the history of Alan Smithee, the legend of.
Do you know what's fascinating me at the moment? So obviously you said to quickly look up the IMDb page. Is the fact that there are 3 films in post-production under the credit and one that's still filming.
Yeah. I don't know how he's still getting work, even though he's been blacklisted. He's still getting work.
It's crazy.
There was also, what is it? Something about the Living Dead. I saw that one was recent.
Another Night of the Living Dead.
Another Night of the Living Dead.
That's exactly what we need. More Night of the Living Dead films.
Jesus, the picture of this is incredible. Like if you look at the picture on it, that's
he's also directed some porn in his time, has Alan Smithee. Done a bit of porn.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks a bit.
He's dabbled across all the genres. He's very genre.
There's a short here called Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith, recreated in less than an hour.
I mean, some would say he's a visionary. Some would say he's a madman. But most would say he's fucking made up.
So, really Mr. Frankenjean, what is your fact?
Okay, well, I was stuck between 2, but I'm going to go with this one. I'm going with a little bit of a cluster, but it's of the same.
We haven't had a cluster for a while, to be fair.
Yeah, I was looking
a branching tree.
Looking at something about voices in people's heads. So, believe it or not, it's actually a lot more common than people would maybe have you believe. And
I've seen Split.
Yeah, I was going to say in 1 in 3 people, they say voices in their head are some form of psychosis or schizophrenia or anything. But however, 2 or 3 live with it day by day with no problems whatsoever. And they're also saying that usually 70 to 90% of people who do hear voices in their head is usually following some form of traumatic event in their life. They say that it could be any form. It could be male, female, without gender, child, adult, human, or even non-human. So obviously people that say they hear like demons, etc.
Robots.
Stuff like that. Robots.
Milkman.
It's obviously, in some cases that have been reported, some people even hear hundreds of voices all at once.
Whoa!
Is that one tends to dominate over the other, though. That's the most common.
I hear Blue 52.
Blue 52, yep. Voices can be experienced in the head, in the ears, outside of the head, in some other part of the body, which was one I found quite interesting.
My penis.
Or in so some people hear voices not necessarily just in it, but like as if they're coming.
As if they're in another room. Yeah,
that's it. As if they're in another room, etc. Yeah. They were saying that another sort of one that was leading off of it as well was that there was a study done with children, sort of pre-teens to kind of mid-teens, and 20% of those children studied had voices in their head, supposedly, and it was more prominent in the younger generation.
I'm surprised they didn't go younger than that because...
Yeah, it's
a lot of kids have imaginary friends, right?
And that is also linked to it as well. They say that they reckon that in quite a few instances of imaginary friends, that's linked to what they hear. They were saying that as time goes on and people sort of age, it usually disappears. But in they said in most cases of children sort of from about 15 onwards, if they still have voices in their head, it's usually some form of mental illness that's involved in there somewhere. But the thing I found quite interesting was just like I said, the main one was the fact that 2 or 3 people that's, have essentially been diagnosed with it live with it day to day and don't have any problems with it or along those lines.
Documentary about some people have no internal monologue, like they don't.
Yes, yeah.
They don't. You know how like you would talk. You don't talk to yourself, but like I don't know. Let's just say you're cooking an omelette, and in your head you're like, gonna crack the egg.
That's it.
Like all in your head. And apparently, some people don't have any inner voice at all.
Yeah,
they just.
That's linked with. I've heard about that as well. That's linked with people who have OCD. That's like a bit of research that's going on in a minute. So people have obsessive compulsive disorder. There's a new set of. Oh no, is it obsessive? No, it's not. It's not OCD. Sorry, it's ADHD or ADD. Sorry, ADD, where they found that children learn very differently, and they can't do, like you said, the inner monologue thing. You literally, a mum got really good success in literally writing a list. So like, like even getting dressed in the morning, they have a list up on the wall that says, put on your shirt, put on your trousers, this, that, and the other, because you can't do the inner monologue thing and prioritize things in that order in your head.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say one more thing as well that I saw here as well that I thought was quite cool is they've done some brain imaging for people that have claimed to have voices in their head, and they do actually say that the brain does fire as if they are hearing auditory sort of like stimulus. So like as if they are actually speaking to them, the brain fires as if it's coming through their ears, which I thought was quite...
you guys used to have an imaginary friend?
No.
Not that I recall, no.
I used to have a cupboard under the stairs. Harry Potter. No. Basically, we had a cupboard under the stairs that was like my office. My parents let me have it as an office, and I used to.
As an office.
Are we on about the same house that we've all been?
You're such a fucking nerd, man. You're like, yeah. I used to have a thing on. I kept it as my office as a fucking 8-year-old.
I was always
calculators in there.
I was always lollipop stick sculptures.
No, I was always bound to be a fucking business degree fucking major. No, it was like an office, and I'd call my sister in. I'd be like, right, come in. Yeah, you're fired. And then sometimes I would draw on the ceiling with a crayon, a big blue light, and pretend it was a police car, but usually it was an office.
Of course it was.
Well, the company was Joey Locomotive.
Fucking loser.
That's a fucking brilliant name.
Yeah, it was Joey Locomotive, and we used to transport goods across the land with our train network. And my sister got a lot of performance evaluations that weren't good. She was really slacking on her quarterlies.
I was terrible at like imagination as a kid. Like I'd have toys as a kid, and like my brother would be like playing like blah blah blah, and as I was like playing, I felt like I was like had to like pretend to use my imagination to like.
Is that why you have so many toys now?
Well, the thing is, even as a kid, I was like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna put it on the side.
Yeah, just more of a collection.
That was good.
Yeah.
Did you guys not want to hear the jingle that went with Joey Locomotive?
Oh yeah.
For it.
It went.
So it's a jingle.
Joey Locomotive, happy to help. Joey Locomotive, happy to help. That was it. And it just went over and over again.
I think we've got the next Sin and Gin episode. Next episode.
I'm on it.
My mum still likes to reference it quite a lot when there's company around.
Write that down now. Next episode.
Write that shit down.
Yeah, my mum.
Next episode.
Whenever my mum meets like someone like if I bring like a girlfriend back or something, she'd be like, "Do you remember Joey Locomotive?" And when you used to dress up like a woman and call yourself Auntie something or other, and I was like, "Oh, thanks, mum."
The melody of Zippity Doodah.
Yeah, it's basically Zippity Doodah because I was clearly into Song of the South at that time.
Zippity Doodah.
Well, I was like 6. I didn't have a lot of material to play with. It was going to be that or like another Disney film,
But
wasn't
the thing
it?
is that I find it really fascinating, just like the sheer contrast of like what your playtime was compared to mine. Like at that age,
Mine was very office based.
mine was like Batman figures.
I had Power Rangers.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you didn't, but like I said, I wouldn't have even dreamt of, I think the most I may have done was play shopkeeper or something like that. Post office or some shit.
I had to make sure Jason's tax returns were all in order.
Right, let's go play this game.
Yeah, fuck it.
Do you like Steam? And do you like punk? Well, you're in luck. Thanks to Juicy Crew, we've now got Steam and Punk magazine, the fantastic magazine weekly to show you all the wonderful things about Steam and Punk. In the first episode of Steam and Punk, you'll get a fantastic punk toy that you can fill up with steam from your kettle. How exciting! We'll be covering fantastic stories about how steam's made and how many punks there are and what does a punk do with steam. Sign up now at juicycrew.com to get your first edition for half price. That's an amazing saving of £67.56p. All later editions will be full price of £152.67p and a remainder APR saving of 17.6%. Fascinating, I know. So that's right, get online now and sign up to Steam and Punk magazine for all you Steam and Punk fanatics. Oh, jolly good.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
It's been a little while since we've done a this or that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I thought I'd bring it back. So if you're new to the podcast or you slept through half of it for some reason, this is the segment of the game. This is a segment of the show where we play a little game. And this week's game is tied to last week's. So if you were listening to last week's, I say weeks, like I don't sometimes take a 2 or 3 week gap to edit them sometimes, but the last episode's game, should I say, was the AI script that we all read through and found it hard to make our way through.
So funny.
So keeping on that theme, I've done Smith or Myth. So does everyone know who Jaden Smith is?
Jane Smith, you said?
Jaden Smith.
Oh, Jaden.
Jaden.
So Jaden, son of Will Smith, yeah. So Jaden Smith's Will Smith's son. And there's a point where he got let loose on Twitter and started coming up with these really kind of cerebral tweets that didn't make much sense. They sounded deep, but they actually had no meaning. And the reason it may remind me of this is because I found an AI for motivational quotes that had loads of motivational quotes entered into it and then outputted like a random sentence based on that. And they were awfully similar. So you've got to guess whether it's an AI generated quote, myth, or a Jaden Smith tweet, which is Smith. Yeah.
Before Smith.
So you ready?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
Okay.
How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
I think that's myth.
I'm going to say Smith.
Dave?
Smith.
That is Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
Clothes don't give a fuck.
That's Smith.
Clothes don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm going to stay with Smith.
Yeah, I'll say Smith as well.
That was the AI.
I'm like, I want to know.
This is going to be hard.
If you can't fight her, you can't punch her. If you can't fight her, you can't punch her.
I feel like that's a
Smith.
myth. I would say myth.
I was saying Smith.
That's a myth. It's an AI. Failure is the solution to everything.
That's the Smith.
That's a Smith. Yeah.
It's a myth. It's a good AI, isn't it?
AI.
Got no points.
Yeah.
When you think about an apple, you also think about the opposite of an apple.
That's got to be a Smith, surely. That's,
Oh, that's a myth.
that's
that's
too
a myth.
specific for a myth.
That's the Smith.
I was going to say.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
This man talks like an AI.
What's that? What is the opposite to an apple?
Fuck knows. It doesn't mean anything.
There isn't. Yeah.
The more time you spend awake, the more time you spend asleep.
That's another Smith.
That's a
that's a
Smith.
Smith.
That's a Smith, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Matt. You got a point.
An illusion should not be contradicted.
Oh,
A myth.
I'm going to say Smith.
Sorry, Dave, didn't catch that.
myth.
That's a myth.
Fuck. Kicking our asses.
Yeah. This one made me laugh. Most people become stock traders because they think that's what will make them happy. Most people become stock traders because they think that will make them happy.
Smith.
That's a Smith.
I'm going to say Smith as well.
That's a myth.
Makes no sense.
When you live your whole life in a prison, freedom can be dull.
Smith.
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 That's Smith.
Yeah.
This guy is an idiot. I'm just reading. I got these earlier. I'm just reading them back. I'm not a human and I don't speak English.
I'm going to say Smith.
Yeah, Smith. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise.
He didn't answer. He got to the point.
Sorry. Never get hooked on your thoughts. Become a slave to the sound of something important. Never get hooked on your thoughts. Become a slave to the sound of something important.
I'm going to say myth as well.
Matt? A myth.
Yeah.
One last one. Don't go away. Befriend your body.
Smith.
Smith.
Sorry, Dave.
Myth.
That's a myth.
Oh.
So that's, I don't know where did we end up there, Dave?
I just beat Ash with 1 point there.
Oh, well done. But what I will say is this.
Wait, sorry. Does that include the one that you didn't answer?
We
tied.
That's a tie.
So if anyone wants to play this game at home,
Wait, Joe, have you got another one for a
I do actually. Okay, fine.
tiebreaker?
That's just me.
But
then.
all right. Okay.
Okay, yeah, okay. Hold up.
They got to pick different answers though.
Yeah, let's see if we're indifferent.
Okay, this is a good one. If you're having second thoughts about the end, you're in the wrong end.
Myth.
I'll say Smith. Fuck it. Why not?
That's a myth.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
But if anyone wants to play this game, at home, the website's called InspiroBot, and it's great. So it did take me about half an hour to click through them because some of them were bloody weird. So these are some of the weird ones I got, and the funny thing is they all come with like inspirational stock imagery behind them. So imagine some of these quotes with like a sunset or something behind them. So this is actually the first thing I got out of it. Do not eat the mentally handicapped. The mentally handicapped are dangerous.
Don't eat them.
All you need to live is daylight. You have to
Some
admire,
people believe that.
you have
some
to
people
admire the
believe
lower class. This one just says fuck pork, fuck fear. Dave, this one might be good for you. Do your best, throw up, and eventually you'll be grateful.
Oh.
That's perfect for Dave.
Contemplate this old proverb: responsibility begins with hats. And these are two of my favourite ones. Oh, three of my favourite ones, actually. No, God, these are also good. So semen can inspire a lost soul.
Oh.
I mean,
Once a slut, always a slut.
true.
This one came with this one came with a picture of a sunset behind it. Sodomize your siblings.
Oh.
And my favourite one, which had a picture of a leaf for some reason, it just said, "Get bent and get chlamydia."
Well, I saw these like anti-inspirational quotes behind like sunsets and that sort of stuff. And I remember once I found it and I put it on my Facebook, and my girlfriend at the time was like, "That's disgusting, Matt. Take them off." Right, before I say this, you may want to, Joe, I'll leave it to you whether you want to keep this in. This inspirational quote said, "One time I fisted 2 babies and used them as boxing gloves to fight off the mothers."
Depending on how sober I am when I edit this, you'll have to write to Matt personally to get the answer to the section I just bleeped out. It'd be like the great internet mystery.
Bad. It's so bad.
Awful. I think I remember that as well.
Oh mate, that's
Was it your banner?
grim.
Yeah, I put it as my Facebook banner.
Okay, so that was Smith. That was Smith or Myth. You're listening to the last episode of Sin and Jim podcast.
Done again.
No, what we got next? I can't remember. Shit news. Ding, ding, ding. That's my news bell.
It's like a news did a shit. Everybody likes a good old drink day. Beers, spirits, hand sanitizer. We all like to get sloshed silly. But that sometimes leads to unfortunate accidents. 1 in 4 people lose control of their bladder and or bowels while sleeping after a night on the lash. People lose partners every day to this phenomenon, and some don't. We don't judge here. But worry not, dear Sloshingtons, because we've created Duvet by Juicy Crew, the first 100% absorbent bed cover that will keep everyone as dry as a nun's gusset. The fabric weave is a patent-pending technology that has been painstakingly designed to soak up your worst toilet failures. Using dozens of test subjects, our duvet is now 100% effective. That's right, 100% effective, 25% of the time. Come down to your local Juicy Crew retailer and buy your duvet today. Well, shit the bed and call me Sally, because that's my preferred name on a Thursday.
This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom.
Jim Podcast, bringing you the latest news from around the world with Victor Garsley, Crowboy, Frankenjeans, and Mr. Graves. This is Shit News. Yeah, so it's shit news.
I wish we had 2 cameras going between.
Yeah, I know, right? One day.
It must sound so weird for people just listening to the podcast.
Yeah,
I know.
just this is our mid podcast stroke. Welcome to the stroke zone. Yes, ladies and jelly spoons, ladles and jelly spoons. It is that segment where you get your news. We know you've been holding off. You've been not looking at the headlines. You've kept away from your phone because you've been waiting to hear the news directly from the Juicy Crew Industries. You're joined here with Hot Lips, Teabag, Funky Gibbon, and Long Socks, and we're here to deliver you the most sopping sack of news straight up your bum and vag, and straight up the bum. No harm done. Let's get it on.
Make it fun.
Let's make it fun. So, this week's news. Amanda Holden drank a cocktail in a bikini on TikTok.
What's she doing?
Oh my god.
Nicole Scherzinger flashes her bum with her boyfriend Tom. And actually, I have a real problem with this because Tom is spelled Thom, which I have an instant problem with.
What is it? Thom.
Thom, yeah. Sorry. Nicole Scherzinger flashes her bum in a thong with her boyfriend Tom. Loose women are in shock because some woman looks a bit like her daughter, which they do, I suppose.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus goes to the beach with her friend.
Oh, cool.
Oh, good.
And Love Island's Shauna Phillips goes to Dubai. And actually, I want to stop this here. I cut the music bed and everything. Fuck it. Editing Joe, cut the music bed.
Okay.
This is something that I saw a lot when I was going through the vapid celebrity news, taking a break out of the character of this segment for a minute. I'm going to get up on the Matt. Can I borrow your soapbox?
Of course you can.
Yeah, cool.
Here it is.
I'm not. Give me a hand up there. I've seen this thing where a lot of Instagram influencers and pseudo celebrities, I call them, like reality stars, have gone to Dubai to escape the lockdown. Which, you know what, is fine. And I imagine a lot of people, if they had the money and resource, would do something similar. Maybe, I don't know, whatever your deal is. The problem I have is that all of them have been flaunting on their Instagrams or whatever. They're like, hashtag lockdown life, and they're on a fucking boat with like a glass of champagne. I'm like, the people that follow them are like regular, everyday people who idolize them, and they're like, yeah, basically fuck you because I've gone to Dubai, and you're like fucking Lisa from Stoke is sitting there with her 3 kids screaming at her, and her minuscule kids' lunches she's got from the government.
Fucking they're having a great time in Dubai.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I just like just be humble and just enjoy it.
Jump off that boat and get in the sea and fucking stay there.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's
just
like
fucking drown in it.
I saw
choose who to idolise, though. To be fair,
Yeah, no, I get that, but I don't think these people should be rubbing their face like they're going, like when they're going, lockdown's been really hard for me, and they're like on a fucking beach in Dubai, like, I can't see any of my friends and family because I fucked them off to go to Dubai, you know. Anyway, bring the music bed back. So we'll just dun 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 dun. To talk about something a bit more fun than that. Apologies, everyone.
Sorry.
All right. Scientists have discovered that certain types of snakes can. So snakes can't climb. That's like the thing.
What?
Yeah.
What?
They lack the arms.
And they can kind of climb though, can't they?
Yeah. Well, they've discovered they can turn themselves into lassos and fucking climb up trees.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Go on, Keith.
All right.
Well, a couple of years ago, it was discovered that they can swim by kind of wiggling across the top of water, which is scary enough. But now they can kind of turn themselves into a sort of lasso, brown snakes in particular.
Well, fuck brown snakes.
The colour of them determines what they can do.
Well, no, it's a type of it's a type of snake.
Can't jump.
White snakes can't jump. That was a very
White snakes can't jump.
It took me a minute to appreciate how good that joke was. That really hit me like a wave. But no, it's a type of snake, and they basically they do it to get to birds up in the trees. So they kind of lasso themselves, wiggle up, and the birds. They wiggle up. The scientists.
Maybe they're just surveillance snakes.
Surveillance snakes, absolutely. But watch the video. It's online. The scientist who watched it said, I had to watch it 15 times to realise I was watching a tree climb up a bloody tree. A snake. I've had too much to drink. A snake climb up a tree. Basically, what the scientist said is, it's amazing and this is fantastic, but mostly quite scary. Because if they can climb up a tree, then climb it with drain pipes and into your bed.
And into your face.
They didn't say that, but that's the bit I've added on for dramatic effect. But yeah,
it worked.
So basically, snakes are unstoppable forces of unholy nature and need to be stopped.
Fiddly widdly lasso jumping willies.
Did you ever hear the old wives' tale about snakes, about that woman who owned a snake and she'd keep waking up?
Her name was Samuel L. Jackson.
And but no, she kept waking up and she'd wake up with the snake like perfectly straight next to her in her bed.
Oh yeah.
And she kept waking up and this kept happening. Eventually
it was me.
To like the vet. And the vet was saying the snake, I mean, like this is one of those old like wise tales. Like my mate said that his mate was had this snake, right? One of those sort of things. And apparently the snake was stretching itself out to measure itself to see if it was long enough to consume her.
Oh, I've heard that, yeah.
Did you hear about that? It was a snake. It was like really good at maths. They'd like put stuff out and it was really good at maths. Apparently it was a python.
Fucking God. You slippery bastard. You got that one right in there, didn't you? Joe's like I thought Joe froze then.
Apparently it was 3.14 meters long.
Joe, do you want to do our own podcast?
Yeah, what the fuck is this? Yeah, sorry. Long socks. I hear you've got some juicy news for us.
Is that me? That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah. I couldn't quite remember who I was. So, I love this story. This story brought me a lot of joy. Woman, 24, who is sexually attracted to object, marries love of her life, Briefcase.
Oh, yeah.
Rain Gordon from Russia bought her future husband in a hardware store 5 years ago. She's sharing her story to help raise awareness about objectum sexual people and to break down the stigma.
Oh, nice guys never get the girl.
Nah, they never get the girl. Now, this woman from Russia...
All the good briefcases have got them.
Briefcase wankers. Basically, she has been attracted to men in the past. She has been in relationships with men.
But, they're really square, long heads.
They're nice, square brick bodies. And
they've got clips.
Openable chase chests.
SpongeBob.
Yeah. She loves pack munches. Absolutely loves them. But basically, she was doing a job and she bought this. It's like a metal hardware industrial. It's not like your standard black briefcase, you flip open and there's all the money inside. It's one of those silver kind of corrugated.
Maybe your briefcase, mate, not mine.
Do you not get money inside? Anyway, in the metal briefcase, it's like a metal steel work briefcase, more like what you have like a camera guy and you put a load of foam and put.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So she
was it love at first sight?
She literally bought it for a job and started falling in love with it. She then went and had a fake wedding with it, and she had like her friends and her friend's brother come as witnesses and stuff like that. Had other people stream the wedding online to witnesses as well, but she had a fake wedding to the case.
I mean, we're all about don't yuck someone's yum, but that's fucking weird.
But that's it. She's bringing up what was it I said before? The objectum sexual.
Yeah, I remember seeing a documentary. Well, I say documentary. I saw like a short on a woman who fell in love with a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember her? She fell in love with the roller coaster, and the park manager was just like entertained her and let her touch it sometimes.
You can touch it.
That's weird. I mean, there's probably more underlying under the surface, but it's a very strange thing to be attracted to.
I mean, it makes you wonder where. I mean, one of the quotes from her is, "We shared our first hug and kiss, and we." Sorry. We shared. This is a fucking briefcase, for fuck's sake. We shared our first hug and kiss. They didn't hug or kiss you back, for fuck's sake.
Well, it depends if it was open and wrapped around her.
Well, I was going to say that. The thing I don't understand, I suppose the thing I don't understand about this is that Dave's gone. Is that it's always one way. Like, and I get that people, my boyfriend never pays attention to me. He's always playing his FIFA games. But like, this is literally one way. It's a fucking briefcase. Like,
what's the briefcase one? No one will ever know.
Yeah,
you're a fucking inanimate object.
I don't understand the fucking attraction. Anyway, fuck.
Our spiritual connection and communication is shown telepathically. I hear him and he hears me, but from the outside, it looks like a monologue.
I mean, because it fucking is.
Voices in their head. We talked about.
We're going back to Ash's voice.
Going back to my facts.
So I'm gonna.
Gideon, by the way. Sorry.
She's the one in three.
So I'm gonna have to cut you off there. Funky Gibbon, come in.
Thanks. One day it's gonna just. I'm gonna disappear.
You're just gonna walk off.
That's it. Yeah.
Go to the corner shop.
Go for a piss.
Right. Man with huge tattoo of Boris Johnson says he'll never regret it.
Of course he fucking won't.
So, a man got, to be fair, that is with wholesome reasons.
I know where to put the advert on this episode now.
So, a man got a huge picture of Boris Johnson tattooed on his stomach and says he has no regrets about it. Kenny Wilding, 42, used the bizarre tattoo to fundraise money for a family friend with stage 4 rectal cancer to be sent to the US for a clinical trial, showing promising results. They're hoping to raise 150 grand to help the 25-year-old who was diagnosed with the life-threatening disease.
This is a real roller coaster so far.
Yeah, so it said he wanted to do something to help. So in a last chance of survival, and thought the tattoo of Boris Johnson would raise a lot of money. But this is where it turns around. He said, I think Bozza is a legend and have never seen anyone with a tattoo of him. I wonder why.
Yeah,
It hurt, you could say. I nearly wet myself. At first, I thought I might regret my tattoo of Bozza, but everyone loves it. I will never regret doing it as it was for a special
I mean, if you're gonna call Boris Johnson Bozza, you're a fucking cunt.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a John Major tattoo.
I don't know if it is
Oh my god! Fucking hell! He looks like a baby.
He looks really pissed off in that one.
I mean, it's a well done tattoo, but fucking hell,
It looks so angry. Why does he look so angry in it?
There's a few there.
He doesn't know whether he wants to be on the stomach, on the rectum, on the stomach.
I found a picture of the guy, like, that's his whole stomach he's got done.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I let him do it. Well done,
fucking
Dave.
hell.
So yeah, you can.
What a class A nobbert.
It's a ridiculous tattoo, but at the same time, like I said, it's for the.
Imagine bringing a girl home and then she's like gonna start to go down you. She lifts her shirt up and it's just fucking Boris Johnson looking angrily back at her.
Okay. I've had a bad day.
Suck it, okay.
Yeah, suck it, don't suck it.
Suck it, maybe suck it. But to be fair, like at the same time, it's ridiculous, but it is for a good cause at the same time.
Yeah, it was for a good cause. He ruined it when he said Boz is a legend.
A legend.
Otherwise, that'd be quite a wholesome story about a man doing something quite wild to help his friend out. Sorry, I'm gonna have to stop you there. Teabag.
Yes.
Singular teabag.
Sick prankster advertises vaginal yeast sourdough starter.
Wait, sick as in like sick man or like sick?
As in sick as in disgusting.
Okay, yeah, carry on.
Sick prankster advertises vaginal yeast sourdough starter made from girlfriend.
Oh, at least it's consensual.
Yeah, Tom O'Malley, 38, which is also Tom O'Malley from Aristocats. Has faced backlash on Facebook Marketplace after advertising the unusual product. He received a few nasty reactions, calling him disgusting. So
that's fair.
Tom O'Malley advertised this product on Facebook Marketplace for £7. However, he faced criticism and had been called misogynist and perverted for selling it.
I don't know if it's misogynistic.
Yeah, it's
just gross.
Well,
it's just grim.
It wasn't actually real. He was just the insurance advisor from Gospel said he was just trying to wind people up.
Amazing.
But I don't get how it's like. Is it like, lads, get your woman clunge bread?
Pretty much, yeah. So he said, despite more than a few nasty words said, Tom has been enjoying watching the scathing comments rolled in.
That's something you do, Matt.
It does.
He said, I personally like the reactions from the funny to the more extreme. Like people saying it's disgusting. It just gives us a platform to show them that actually their behaviour is unnecessary when it is quite clearly a joke.
Yeah.
And so and it's such serious people going, I do not want vile, low-level rubbish like this on my news feed.
God.
Or some people going, you're sick. You're absolutely sick.
And it's only £7.
It's only £7. Is it scary to think so many males are commenting on this post? So unacceptable. No need for it at all. So yeah, it's quite funny that he just basically
did it for a joke and
did it for a
ended up
joke and
triggering
everyone
loads of people. Yeah. Crazy.
But I'd if it was real, I'd still try it.
Oh yeah. Yum yum.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Jump on it. Treat yourself.
So
well,
next?
The Spanko Mattic.
The Wanko Mattic.
The Cranko Splatic. The Blanko Mattic. Fuck
Jizz in your attic.
Jizz in your... Noel Edmonds jizz in your attic. I feel like there's something Noel Edmonds would do.
Noel Edmonds house party, jizz in your attic.
Jizz in your attic edition. Anyway, that one.
Blank O Mattic, it's chromatic, it's dramatic. Blank O Mattic. It's Blank O Mattic.
All right, you poo-poo weenie heads. It's time. It's time. We're all looking beautiful. We're all looking wonderful. And we've got our best
No, we're
man
not.
by our side. No, we've got our best man
for
by
yourself.
our side. We've got the ring on her finger, and it is time for my wedding day.
No.
Oh, okay.
We are going to do a Blank O Mattic, and if you don't know what the Blank O Mattic is, we find a generator online, we put in random words in verbs and nouns and adjectives and adverbs and things, and we come out with a generator to see what story it comes out with, and we are doing my wedding day.
God.
Your wedding day.
My wedding day.
Your
wedding
specific Victor's wedding day.
Fuck it, let's do my wedding day.
All right, it's Victor's
Oh,
wedding.
well.
Okay. Well, that's just
Hey.
changed everything.
So, are we ready?
No.
Hey, let me get a list of politicians in case we've got colours.
So, the first thing we need is a nickname, like Sweetie, Honey, Baby. Grim Gram Gru.
Crab man.
Knock-kneed Jim.
Crab. I like crab and
Crunchy crab.
Crunchy crab man.
Crab hands.
crab hands McGinty.
Crab hands.
Crab hands McGinty.
You know, when you just look at your lover in the eye and say, crab hands McGinty.
Crab hands McGinty.
Crab hands McGinty. Ash, we need a number.
Boy, very much the Carol
92.
Vorderman.
Yeah, I know.
Very much the Carol Vorderman of Sin and
I'm going to go
Gin.
for a high one. 92.
92. We need a plural body part.
Oh, what is it with body parts?
Knuckles.
Knuckles. I feel like something. Chunky ankles.
Chunky ankles.
Chankles.
Wouldn't they be chunkles?
Shankles.
Chunkles.
Chunkles.
What about delicious chunkles?
Delicious.
Delicious.
Succulent chuckles.
I like delicious chunkles. This is my wedding, remember?
Okay.
We need a verb. Knife fighting.
Knifed.
Pretty
Bashing.
bum.
Fisting.
Well, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be?
It would be Matt's. If it's Matt's wedding, bashing.
Wouldn't it
Sorry,
be-
fisted?
Fist.
Wouldn't it be fist?
Yeah.
Yeah, fist, I suppose, yeah.
No, it just
The verb is fist, isn't it? Because usually it asks you for something in ing if you want ing, doesn't it?
Oh, go fist.
Fist.
Adjective.
Sorry.
Adjective ends in est.
Sloppiest.
Sloppiest is good.
Hello.
Arrowist.
The bloodiest.
Bloodiest.
Bloodiest is good, yeah, go with that.
Fisting bloodiest. Fist bloodiest.
We need a noun.
Shepherd's kneecaps.
A baby robin.
Baby Robin.
An inverted spleen.
Pancake parlour.
Pancake parlour.
Pancake parlour.
Mr. Johnny Robbins pancake parlour of brackets of doom.
It's got to be more of an object. For fuck's sake.
Zoomers of doom.
Batman's
Electric pancake.
He likes
Batman's waffle maker.
I was just going to say waffle maker.
The waffle maker brackets of doom.
Of doom.
What
Doom
waffle?
has to be
I'm
said
just
more
writing
than-
Batman's waffle maker. Yes or no?
No.
Doom.
No.
You're just going to say doom.
Adjective.
Doom.
Deprived.
Yeah. Handsome.
Jittery.
Oh, I like handsome.
I bet you do.
Month.
His wedding. Month. June.
Good.
Yeah.
Part of day. Day, night, afternoon.
Second breakfast.
Tea time.
Supper.
11
What is it? 11sies or what?
11
11sies.
Brunch. No,
brunch.
something brunch.
What about brunch punch time?
Brunch punch.
Punching brunching.
Breastfeeding brunch.
Oh. What about
Rose brunch.
Breasty brunch.
Brian's breasty brunch?
I've written breast
Breakfast
brunch.
of Brian.
Brian Blessed's breasty brunch.
Oh, fuck's sake. Nice.
Nice long one for you there.
Brian Blessed's
Breasty brunch.
Breasty brunch.
What's so hard about that?
Fuck's sake. Adjective.
Hippie.
Biblical.
Yeah.
Any last name.
Rasputin.
Rasputin. Rasputin, yeah. I like Rasputin.
Rasputin.
Or Mao.
Rasputin.
Are we having Rasputin?
No, just Rasputin. I like just the idea of just Rasputin.
Name for a pet.
Oh, spoons.
With all the
Jugabugger.
It has to be
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Gideon the suitcase. The briefcase.
Juggernaut Felix.
Gideon Gazelle.
Bernie Sanders.
Juggernaut.
What about shit?
Juggernaut Jones.
What about like shit Keith?
Juggernaut Jeffrey.
Shit Keith the cat.
Shit Keith. Juggernaut Jam Man.
Shit Keith the cat.
This is my cat, Keith. He's shit.
Shit Keith.
Have you met my cat? Shit Keith.
The fact that you call him Keith and then after about a few years of having him, you go,
Right.
this is a shit cat.
This is shit.
Ash, we need two separate numbers.
Hey,
Shinty 6.
11
Yeah.
and 33.
Long or short?
Long.
Short.
Oh. Fuck you two.
We're both short men.
Dave,
We're short
your
kings.
moment has arrived. We need a colour.
George Washington Yellow.
You've gone for American presidents. You haven't run out of prime ministers yet.
It was never prime ministers, it was politicians, all right?
Fair enough. Okay.
George Washington Yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you know.
Right, we need three separate plural clothings. So, Joe, what is your first plural clothing?
Plural clothing. Christ.
Christ knickers.
Christ knickers.
Christ knickers.
Knickers.
A couple of Jesus H. Christ knickers. Yeah, Christ knickers.
Christ themed knickers.
Christ themed knickers.
Borg pants.
Dave, what's your plural clothing?
Combat Crocs.
Yeah.
Ash, what's yours?
Banana pajamas for the night.
Could you fucking imagine just a fucking soldier?
Banana skin pajamas.
Banana skin
Not
pajamas.
that long. With fucking Crocs on.
I've got my new
Combat Crocs. Flicks them at people.
That's the new Warzone DLC.
Can you imagine the finisher move?
Combat Crocs, just slapping them across the head.
Dave,
Yo.
we need a colour.
Sarah Palin Pink.
Oh dear.
There you go.
Sarah Palin.
Do you remember her?
I remember her. Yeah, she was very square-jawed.
She was a worker. Who was she? She was like the vice president of...
No, she was the running mate of what's his chops? Oh shit! The guy who ran against Obama.
There was a lot of pornography about her.
Um,
Plural. We need another plural clothing.
Vests.
Yep.
Vests.
Singlets.
Single.
No, it's plural.
Double.
tank top.
Yeah.
What about strapless jockstrap?
Baked bean swimming goggles.
Yeah. Yeasty.
Nipple tassels.
Yeasty earmuffs.
Oh.
I'm going for baked bean swimming goggles.
You want to go for yeasty
Those
earmuffs?
common. Instead of the yeasty earmuffs.
We need a single body part.
Oh, the giblet.
Bollock.
One giblet.
Capside.
Bollock.
Bollock.
Matt just put Matt's wedding, so bollock.
Just put bollock. Nothing else. Bollock.
Bollock. Adjective. Airborne.
Puffy.
Weary.
Puffed.
Drinkable.
Lispy.
Miniature.
Miniature lisp.
Bludgeon, yeah.
I like miniature. Dave, we need a colour.
Fucking hell.
I've got a lot of colours today. I like it. Let's go for. Let me think of a colour. Let's go for Saddam Hussein orange.
Saddam Hussein orange.
Yeah.
Single clothing item.
Why'd you not go for something beginning with H?
What about holster?
What colour begins with H?
Tarantula toupee.
It's not an item of clothing.
Well, a toupee could be a clothing,
Toupee?
couldn't it?
What's the fedora? I want a pheasant's fedora.
Pheasant's fedora.
Which is spelled with a P, not an F.
A fucking a cum-stained.
Oh.
Cum-stained bowl hat.
Cum-stained fedora.
Cum-stained cape.
Yeah. Because it would be, wouldn't it? Let's face it. Anyone that owns a fedora definitely goes home alone and wanks into it.
I tip my fedora to you,
a plural shape.
Sexy septagon.
Septagon.
Couple of sexy septagons. A couple of sensual septagons.
Is the septagon a thing? I'm guessing it is.
Interdimensional septagons.
Oh,
single body part.
Oh, the low hanging guy.
Low hanging guy.
What part of the body is that?
Never you mind.
Oh, sorry.
Don't ask stupid questions. We got low hanging guy.
Oh, right. That guy.
Dave, we need two colours.
Fucking hell, Dave's on fucking standby today.
To be fair, the last three podcasts he hasn't had a colour. So we're making up.
He's been colouring in like a fucking electric toddler.
So we need two different colours.
Let's go for Vladimir Lenin Burgundy.
I don't even get it.
And
why would it not be Lenin Lilac?
Oh yeah, Lenin Lilac.
All right, and then Joseph Stalin.
You're the colours man.
Stalin.
Can't think of a colour beginning with S.
No, I can't either.
Sanguine. That's the title.
Strawberry.
Joseph Sand. Sand is a colour.
Stalin Sand.
Joseph Stalin Sand.
Joseph Stalin Sand. I'm pretty sure if you go to any of the paint shops,
sandalwood.
Julep has a sand colour.
Julep.
Whatever the fuck it is called.
Julep. So we got
some julep.
Aldi's Juleps. Julep.
Some julep.
I've got the colour julep in julep.
We need a family member.
Oh God, my fucking nan.
My
second cousin Bob.
Sexy stepsister.
I was literally just about to say that.
My cunt of a mother.
My sinister sister.
Oh, yeah, go with sexy sinister sister.
Sexy sinister sister.
I've taken the step out of there to make it more incestuous.
Oh, great.
Fucked up.
Thanks, Joe. We need an adjective.
Oh, spotless.
Perplexed.
Huh?
What did you say, Joe?
I said spotless.
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 Jumpy.
Right, we need two different foods.
Grapes.
Bum grapes.
Bum
That's not a food. Well,
dangle. What about some dangleberries?
Dangleberries. It's the same thing, right?
Dangly grapes.
Dangly grapes.
Sourdough veg bread.
Oh yeah, a bit of sourdough veg. A bit
Granddad's cheese.
Granddad's cheese.
What?
Granddad's cheese.
Granddad's cheese.
cheese.
Vegan jerky.
I like the simplicity of Granddad's cheese.
And we need a flavour.
Oh,
E.g. bacon, vanilla, fish, etc.
Girlfriend's yeast.
Musty muff.
I don't think we can do better than that.
Memories of vagina.
Barry's balls.
A whiff of
A tasty tender tuppence.
a whiff of wonder.
Tangy.
Tangy tuppence.
Tangy taint.
Oh, tangy taint.
Tangy taint.
Tangy taint flavour.
I just like the idea of having like memories. Memories of taint.
Memories of taint.
What were those things? What were those balls you used to get when you were a kid? That weren't your dad's.
No.
No, what were they called?
Uncles?
Are you talking about the fireballs?
No, tangy something. They came up. They were crisps.
Oh, Tangy Toms.
Tangy Toms.
Oh, God, yeah.
With the little potato on the front.
Yeah, I'm writing Tangy Toms.
It triggers a weird childhood memory for me because my
Molested.
no, yeah.
No,
No, it's a bit more wholesome. It's a bit more wholesome than that. It's. I used to. This is a wholesome moment. A wholesome alert. Ding, ding, ding. When we were younger, my parents didn't have much money, so my dad used to keep all his record collection in. We basically lived above a newsagent's, and he used to keep all his record collection in old boxes that they used to have the multi-pack crisps in that they would stock the shelves with.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was really little, I'd be scared of the storm. And I'd kind of, when you go into your parents' room and you'd like hide, and there was no room in the bed, so I'd kind of hide on the side. And I remember I always used to face the Tangy Tom's box, which had all his records in, and that's what I always associate Tangy Tom's with. Weird, right?
Strange.
But yeah, it was weird how I couldn't remember the name of it. But I remember there was a little round guy with arms and legs that used to freak me out a little bit.
He had like a monocle, didn't he? Or...
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah. Oh, another one.
Fucking hell! How many colours are in this story? How many? Weddings only usually have 2 colours.
I know.
I don't think I've had a colour in ages. I think maybe I get one every.
Yeah, I think that's Matt was saying. Yeah.
Let's go for Benito Mussolini.
Fucking hell! Have you gone for dictators? Have you gone for the list of dictators?
I just want to go out there a little bit.
Mussolini Maroon, surely.
There you go. Mussolini Maroon. Benito Mussolini Maroon.
Great. We need a noun.
Delicious.
Dedication.
Claudia Winkleman's
The colours.
media test.
Yeah, the colours feature a lot of people. I think we should steer away from people.
Okay.
Rocket hot dogs.
Racist rocket.
Racist rocket hot dogs.
Hey, welcome to Synergym, where we love alliteration.
A lot of alliteration.
Ronald the racist.
Rocket hot dogs.
We need an adjective.
Christ. So squidgy.
Flowery.
Oh, flowery.
Verb plus ed.
Oh, God.
I do like spaffed, but I feel like I go there every week.
Yeah. Cuddled.
What about cocked?
Cucked.
Okay.
Cucked is like cuckold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in to cuckold.
As in to cuckold. To watch your wife get railed.
Watch and sit back and go, oh, I've been doing a bad job.
Darling, are you okay?
You look like you're enjoying it for a change.
Would you like a lemon water?
You dehydrated, darling.
Sorry, an adjective.
Gritty.
Puny. Shriveled.
Shriveled, I like that.
Dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
Occupation.
Wanker.
I always want to say space cowboy. Just like whenever anyone says occupation, I'm like space cowboy.
Assertive paedophile.
Spam pirate.
Spam pirate. Rusty.
Blue 52.
Rusty edgelord.
Time Lord.
Yeah. Fedora Time Lord. I don't know.
Terrapin Time Lord.
Fedora Therapy Time Lords.
Door to door
therapist.
Spam salesman.
Preaching paedophile.
Door to door salesman.
Convicted paedophile.
Door to door convicted pedo.
Door to door convicted pedo.
Door to door pedo salesman.
Door to door nonce.
Door to door abductor.
That went really far from. That went really far from Space Cowboy to door nonce.
We need two separate nouns.
Moldy mushroom meteor. I don't know.
Charity cunt. He likes to donate to charity, but he's still a massive
donated cunt.
Elastic fantastic.
Elastic bandit.
Elastic bandit.
Dinosaur divorce.
The elastic bandit.
Elastic fantastic saucepan.
A CD of all your nan's favourite tunes.
CD of your nan sleeping.
CD of Nan's best orgasms.
Your dead girlfriend's mixtape.
Oh, your dead girlfriend's mixtape. I quite like that. That's savage. Fucking hell, Ash.
Recording of you.
You went to a dark place and came out with that. You sick motherfucker.
Ash, what dead
I've
girlfriend have you got
had barely
recorded?
anything in this Blank O Mattic. I needed something.
Dead girlfriend.
Oh, you came out with dead girlfriend's mix. That's just sad, man.
How many girlfriends have you
all
murdered?
right. This one's for you, Ash. Single body part.
Dead girlfriend's fucking knee.
Knee?
No, sorry, if anyone else can think of something, I was just some more of a, I don't know.
If I were to keep anything, it'd be the left tit. Actually.
Magpie eyelash.
Knobbly knee.
Son of a preacher man.
I have a knobbly knee.
Ash loves a knobbly knee, don't you, Ash?
I do love a knobbly knee.
Verb plus ed.
Baked.
Jiggle.
Cummied.
Oh,
Is that
cummy.
a word?
Right, we need an animal.
Oh,
Ash, come on, you're good at animals.
no, you're normally the animal person.
I'm an animal. All right.
Is dragon.
Piss dragon.
Jizz.
I was going to say gay gecko, but
Fucking, I love the piss. Oh, look, it's Archibald the piss dragon.
Piss dragon.
Well, apparently now we've got Archibald the piss dragon.
The new Hit Kids TV show.
Hello, Archibald. What are you fucking doing here, you bunch of little wankers?
Am I pissing? Yes.
I think it needs to be Archibald the pissed dragon.
Yeah.
No. I like the piss dragon.
I like piss dragon.
Is he incompetent and he just pisses
Yeah,
himself?
children, am I pissing? Yes, Archibald. All right.
Children, are you there?
Oh, not again.
Well, I think we found our episode name.
Yeah, Archibald the piss dragon.
Plural object outside, trees, mountains, etc.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
There's lots of them.
Regular tomatoes.
Yeah, just put regular.
Beef tomato. No, is it beef tomatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, regular beef tomatoes.
Beef and tomato.
Brackets, any brand. Your brand of choice.
Do you get brands of tomatoes?
Scarves. Sexual
Leg scarves.
Saucy suspense.
leg scarves.
A leg scarf.
Knife gloves.
Oh, like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger's knife gloves. Available, all good B&M's.
Oh, being bargains.
Available in loads of
an
fancies.
adjective.
Nonsing.
What's that?
Addictive.
What's the word I'm looking for? Sallow.
What's sallow?
I don't know what that is.
Well,
Just showing off now.
I'll tell you later.
Crummy.
Filled.
Rummy.
Spit filled.
What did you say, Ash?
Spit filled.
Fucking massive.
Fucking
massive.
Fucking massive. All right. All right. We need a transportation.
Choo choo little train. Joey Locomotives.
Joey Most.
Verdansk Plain.
Yeah. Nissan Micra, 2001 Nissan Micra.
Was that
Jetson Speedwagon. I don't know.
what?
A Jetson Speedwagon.
An REO Speedwagon.
Jetson.
I like Speedwagon.
I can't fight this feeling any longer.
It's I don't know. Gravy Train.
Gravy Train.
What was that? The
Electric Gravy Train.
Gaz's Gavy Train. Gavy Train.
Gases.
Well, like Paul Gascoigne. Paul Gascoigne's Gravy Train.
Yeah. Gaz's Gravy Train.
Google a picture of what Paul Gascoigne looks like now. It'll make you sad.
It's
I don't want
scary.
Any place. Euro 98.
Yeah, I mean, it was Euro 96, but yeah.
It was Euro
No, 98 France, right.
any place. Euro 96.
It was France 98. I'll think you'll
What was
find.
96?
Euro. It was Euro 96.
Oh,
It was in England. It was in England.
Yeah.
3 lines on the shirt.
What was the one where you had the little lion toy? Was that France?
No, that was England. That was Euro 96. It was in England.
We need a noun.
Paul Hollywood.
Baby's bank card. My first bank card. My baby's first bank card.
Paul Hollywood's afterbirth. What?
Oh,
that's grim.
Sorry, Paul Hollywood's Paul Hollywood's flambéed afterbirth.
Madonna's afterbirth.
Oh, Madonna.
No.
Madonna's drooping afterbirth.
No, she's gone through the menopause. That's not.
Madonna's
maternity.
No. Just
Heisenberg's breaking baskets.
Just Madonna's droop.
Just Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna's droop.
But we need 2 verb plus ing. Jingling.
Jingling.
And
crashed. What?
Crashing.
Well, that doesn't end with ing.
I thought you said ed. Sorry, I thought you said ed. Crashing.
Always or never?
Never.
Always.
Ooh. Never, I'm going to say.
2 nevers.
Never, son, never. Yeah. Never more.
Last one.
Quoth the Raven.
Organ of body.
Never.
Shit pancreas.
The vile duct.
I quite like shit pancreas.
Oh. That's not an organ, is it?
It's not very nice, is it?
Okay, right.
One day you might need that pancreas, Sonny Jim.
And he'll look at you and he'll go, I'm going to
Right, everyone take a drink.
When we're taking it.
To the disco.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to talk to you about my wedding day. Which went exactly...
It was even the fucking topic, sorry.
which went exactly as I planned it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, let me tell you about it.
All right.
Okay.
It started off with my crab hands McGinty to be. So I'm calling my... I love the fact that I'm calling my other half Crab Hands McGinty.
No.
It started off when my Crab Hands McGinty got down on 92 delicious chuckles. What?
That name of the street?
Alright, ignore this first part because it makes no sense. It started off when my Crab Hands McGinty to be got down on 92 delicious chuckles and asked me to fist him.
Oh, darling.
Makes sense.
Darling. Darling. Will you fist me?
And asked me to fist him while holding up the most bloodiest Batman's waffle maker I'd ever seen. I said
bloody?
no.
Oh.
Wow.
Can I fist you with a Batman waffle maker covered in blood?
And that's how we got married.
On a handsome June Brian Blessed's breasty brunch, I married a biblical man named Rasputin, who I just call Shit Keith the cat.
Fucking hell.
Well, this is my other half, Rasputin, but you can. I just call him Shit Keith the cat.
It's quicker than saying Rasputin.
I'd love it if you listen to this podcast and you've got a partner. Next time you're out, when we're allowed out again, just be like, oh, so this is my partner Jeff, also known as Shit Keith the Cat.
I had 11 bridesmaids and he had 33 groomsmen.
Oh wow! Big wedding.
All of my bridesmaids wore short George Washington yellow Christ-themed knickers with matching combat Crocs, white banana skin pajamas, and dark Sarah Palin pink baked bean swimming goggles.
Wow, that's quite the mental image.
While I sported a bollockless miniature Saddam Hussein orange cum-stained fedora with red Septicon bows just below my low-hanging guy. And
Wait.
Lenin lilac heels.
Wait. Go through that again. So what was he wearing?
Right, ready?
Oh, that was a work of art.
All of my bridesmaids wore short George Washington yellow Christ-themed knickers.
Sexy.
With matching combat Crocs, white banana skin pajamas, and dark Sarah Palin pink baked bean swimming goggles. While I sported a bollockless miniature Saddam Hussein orange cum-stained fedora with red Septicon bow just below my low-hanging guy and Lenin lilac heels.
So you're just naked. You're naked with basically a tiny cum-stained fedora hanging off your bollock, and also a pair of heels.
Heels. All of it.
I'll be honest, I had a weird wedding.
Well,
all of his groomsmen wore Stalin Sand suits.
At least they're clothed.
My maid of honor was my sexy, sinister sister. We had a spotless wedding cake that was dangly grapes on the outside and Grandad's cheese on the inside. I haven't finished. We had a spotless wedding cake that was dangly grapes on the outside and Grandad's cheese on the inside with tangy Toms. It was actually a Mussolini maroon velvet cake in the shape of a racist rocket hot dog because we both have a thing for them.
Scene. Yeah, yeah. Sure. Carry on.
We love those races.
The music was flowery and we cucked practically all night.
Oh my god. Who fucks your wife at your wedding?
Go on, shag it. Go on, kiss my wife.
Oh, fuck my wife. I dare you.
We're not going to have a first dance until
the food was shriveled too.
Oh yeah.
Was it? What's that process where it's like dehydrated? All the food was dehydrated.
Our daughter Don Nonce took pictures of us in various places. One by the elastic fantastic saucepan, where he sat on a dead girlfriend's mixtape, and I sat on his knobbly knee as we. No way! Oh no!
Sorry, broke him.
Our daughter Don Nonce took pictures of us in various places. One by the elastic fantastic saucepan, where he sat on a dead girlfriend's mixtape, and I sat on his knobbly knee as we cummied.
Oh, that door-to-door nonce.
Another was giving him me a Archibald the Piss Dragon back ride through the regular beef tomatoes with our knife gloves left behind.
Wow, that was a sentence.
How fucking massive!
Junglers.
At the end of it all, we got a Gazza's gravy train ride to Euro 96 to finish off the Madonna's droop gazing, jingling and crashing. This day I will never treasure forever in my shit pancreas.
I love the idea of bringing that in though. Like, I will treasure this day forever in my pancreas.
For shit.
I actually quite like that. Like where people use the word heart. Like, heart gets a lot of airplay as an organ. But like, you're like, do you know what? I will really keep that conversation we just had in my kidney. When I see you, my fucking lung beats.
My spleen, right?
I think
around you.
My spleen is overflowing with love for you.
My favourite thing on that was Gaz's gravy train to Euro 96.
I mean, that's probably how it went.
Pretty much.
I think I prefer that one.
Yeah.
Gaz's gravy.
Get on Gaz's gravy train to Euro 96, guys.
That's an advert right there.
Get on board. So,
right.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's another episode of Sin and Gin. Thank you all for listening.
Complete it, mate.
Yeah. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please give us a like on Facebook. Please do all the usual stuff. Tell your friends about it. Send us pictures of your nipples or prolapsed anus.
Please. The anus is a must.
Please send it to sinandginpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you all very much for being a part of this experience. We're sorry, and you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're
welcome.
We love you. Goodbye.
Sorry.
Bye. Da, na, na.